I was eating the food, my throat started to tighten up. And I couldn't breathe properly. And I called some friends in the police and the university hospital, and I ended up at the university hospital that night. When the results came back at you, it showed that I had liver and kidney damage. At that time, I found myself because I was feeling better, and I repeated the blood test there. It showed the liver and kidney damage, but it was improving. And that cemented everything that I was poisoned. That night, several series of events happened for that plot to kill that girl and destroy my game to be.
I told the comrades over the weekend my reasoning why I chose Dr. Dawes for Southeast.
And the bottom line is that the fear is a problem because the JUTC is collecting 20% of what is being collected through the buses.
Even with the addition of 71 new buses, this makes the JUTC the worst performing bus company in the world, using the recovery of operation cost measurement.
Head of government in Jamaica, the Prime Minister of the country, can't have his personal data, his statutory declarations of his assets and liabilities and income, which are supposed to be certified annually and published in summary form in the Jamaica Gazette. He has not been able to do that. Something is wrong in the state of Jamaica with that situation. And he should really not even consider offering himself for office.
You will see what at the tie that I wore today. Just to make it abundantly clear where my loyalty and my allegiance lies.
Hello, I'm Dudley Thompson, and welcome again to WDT Media TV. Welcome back to WDT Media TV. I'm Dudley Thompson. The PNP's Dr. Alfred Dawes is now confirming that he was poisoned some time ago, but he was not the intended target.
I spoke to someone at another table, and then he came. By that time, my friend had said that she had ordered some food, and he came and we said, "No, leave it. I'm late. I have to leave." And he said, "No, man, wait for the food. And don't worry, I'll pay for it." We got the food, and I was dropping off. She said, "I MP don't eat for a morning, better you eat it." Drop the road. I was eating the food, my throat started to tighten up. And I couldn't breathe properly. And I called some friends in the police and the university hospital, and I ended up at the university hospital that night. The next morning, reporters kept calling, and they kept asking about the woman who was rushed to the hospital. Because the plan was never for me to eat that food, it was for her to eat that food, and they were hoping that I would be rushing a dead female to the hospital, and the scandal that ensued would destroy my name. And then the police, every time I spoke to senior members of the police, reporters would be calling with the same information I gave the police. So I knew this was not a plot from Southeast. This is something bigger. And I purposefully kept this from the leadership of the party and everyone, my family in particular. to destroy me, but they need to destroy my name. And that is what I've been up against. When the results came back, I'm a fit man, I exercise, I ride. Oh, and by the way, I heard my counterpart, Dr. Tuffman, was in an accident. I reached out, I expressed my sympathies and hope he gets a speedy recovery. When the results came back at you, it showed that I had liver and kidney damage. At that time, I had gone to stop because I was feeling better. And I repeated the blood test there. It showed the liver and kidney damage, but it was improving. And that cemented everything that I was poisoned. And I have kept it quiet. And I've tried to fight my battles alone. So when I see these planted stories, this manufactured discontent raising its head again, I realize that my attempts at being silent for the cause of unity are in vain. Because there are some who will never stop fighting me. 7 series of events happened for that plot to kill that girl and destroy my claim to fame. And that is no coincidence because my grandmother, bless her soul in heaven, looking down, was a praying woman. And I know that God spared me that night.
Minister of Transport Darrell Vaz is now confirming that most of the fares collected on JUTC buses cannot be accounted for.
The bottom line is that the fare is a problem because the JUTC is collecting 20% of what is being collected through the buses. So we're going to go, Madam Speaker, with a cashless fare collection system. And that is going to be option for payment using smart card fare collection system, which has already seen reduction based on the pilot project due to the fare box leakage and has improved service to commuters. The JUTC is seeking to enhance this system and has embarked on a procurement process for the development of a comprehensive 360 solution to address the needs of both commuters and the company.
Michael Phillips said this about the JUTC.
To recover from fares, that is the JUTC, and charters, only 1.74 billion of the 14.5 billion it will cost to provide the service. The company will lose 12.8 billion and recover only 12.1% of the cost from fares, falling from 15.5% last year, even with the addition of 71 new buses. This makes the JUTC the worst performing bus company in the world, using the recovery of operation cost measurement. Even in highly subsidized first world systems, recovery is even higher. This is shocking, as 8 short years ago, the JUTC recovered between 65 and 70% of its operating expenses. This year, as stated before, it will only be 12.1%. In the last 3 years alone, the Ministry of Finance has injected 24.5 billion in operating expenses alone. While service deteriorates, communities are unhappy, and the company is in a material breach of its exclusive contract license to provide 25,000 seats in the franchise area. Staff salaries alone, Fitz, allow the minister to listen to this. Staff salaries alone are nearly 3 times the company's income and maintenance budget combined. Fuel and lubricants are 300% of the fare box. The JUTC is now a basket case. And if 1 cent of private capital, since the Minister of Finance is coming from the private sector, were in it, closure would be inevitable.
PNP's Mark Golding took this jab at Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
That the Integrity Commission have said are being investigated for illicit enrichment. Why have the Jamaica Labour Party not disclosed who those persons are? Why has the Prime Minister not come clean and told Jamaica who it is and take appropriate action? Why is he waiting for it to come out through the Integrity Commission having to file the reports? Instead, he has put a gag order on his own cabinet and forbid them to speak to the media about Integrity Commission issues. And he himself is not in good standing with the Integrity Commission. The head of government in Jamaica, the Prime Minister of the country, can't have his personal data, his statutory declarations of his assets and liabilities and income, which are supposed to be certified annually and published in summary form in the Jamaica Gazette. He has not been able to do that. Something is wrong in the state of Jamaica with that situation. And he should really not even consider offering himself for office any longer.
While Darrell Vaz took this swipe at the PNP's Mark Golding.
You will see what at the tie that I work today. Just to make it abundantly clear where my loyalty and my allegiance lies. And can I say, Mr. Speaker, that I am not surprised that a certain gentleman is not in the house today to listen to me. Because if I was him, I wouldn't come either.
And that's it for today's show. Hope you enjoyed it. And again, as usual, please like, share, and subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.